like that. It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay.
Okay, Coach. Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New York Jets. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go!
Here we go. 15 line. Protein, spam, defense.
First carry of the game for Jalen Samuels. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 30-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
General West, get it.
First carry for James Conner. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Out of the gun, Rudolph. He's going to launch it for Washington. He rifles one that's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Hey, come on, come red, 80. Mike 50. Hey, orbit. Check. Lady. Fresno. Check. Red, 80. Yo, 80.
From the 27, Darnold into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Here's Connor on first down going nowhere as he's going to be stacked up behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
64, win.
From the gun, here's Rudolph. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And a Steeler first down.
Set, ready? 90, Wolf. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Check three. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Squeeze. Ready?
On first and 10 is Connor. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Hey, Sam on. Hey, alert three. Undercrook. Roll out. Let's hit it.
On second down, Samuels. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Ready.
Throwing on third down, here's Rudolph. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Vance McDonald. His first touchdown of the new season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers.
Makes the score Steelers 7, Jets 0.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start first and 10. Here's Bell. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on second and inches. They'll try the right side with Bell. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Brings up third down.
Hey, Foxtrot.
3rd and 2, Darnold. And he'll find Hall. And he goes out right around the 39. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
No. Off. Ready? Mike 55. Hey, high 7. Mike 55. Get that quarterback. And off.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Bud Dupree just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Darnold. A screen to Bell. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. On fourth down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. Back deep for the Steelers, Ryan Switzer. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Here's Connor. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 3rd and 10 here to start things out. To his own 1-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
They've got to do a better job up front and create some space because they're right there, almost literally on their own goal line.
Just a couple of feet away from a safety. That could have been disastrous. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And it's taken in at the 9. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
2nd and 9 at the 12-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let him know, let him know.
Darnold from the gun. Wide open receiver complete. He's at the 30. And all the way down to the the 26. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 62 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Darnold's throw on the money to Anderson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, this is Cannon. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching, and there's another 1st down run right there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Darnold. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. The linebacker, T.J. Watt, there on the coverage.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Check 49, check 49. Check 31, check 31.
On 3rd down, here's Bell. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
On the return, the Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
2nd and 2 at the 31-yard line.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Rudolph. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Shotgun snap for Rudolph. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 41 yards.
1st down, Pittsburgh.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Rudolph looking to throw it. Open here is Allison. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. Greystone, travel. Bravo. Shoot.
Rudolph going to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. Caught on the slant. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They'll come out in the pistol. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Now Rudolph looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they've moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
This one fielded at the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminated touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight. Lady. Hey, Delta. Here we go. 50. Mike 50.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Darnold dancing. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. A second quarter score from Carson. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. On 1st down, Rudolph. And a little floater there is incomplete. Now the intended receiver out of the backfield was Jalen Samuels. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Recon, 152 fighter. SOS. Hey, Charlie. SOS. Slap.
Here's Rudolph. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Smith on the ball.
Back to throw, Rudolph. Open man is Allison, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken very short. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
That's around 19-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now.
Well, it hasn't been a whole lot of fun for Le'Veon Bell in this ball game, trying to find room to run the ball. I'm sure they're going to have to change some things up because he's so versatile. They've got to get the ball in his hands somehow and create some space because they're losing this game.
Well, defensively, you got to key in on Bell, make him the focal point to stop, and they've been able to do that.
And he has gotten better every year he's been in the league, always adding something to his game, one of the premier runners in the NFL.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Rudolph looking to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Rudolph now to throw. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Ja'Kai Polite drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll go again with Bell. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
50, Mike's 50. Wild Bill. Switch. Ready? Mike's 50.
Darnold on 3rd down, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. And that's another great play to come away with the football.
Now it's Rudolph. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
I say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Rudolph. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
At the 48-yard line.
We got it. Mike's 50. You're trash. I got you, baby. I got you.
Now it's Darnold. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Sean Davis with a pick. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down now, it's Connor. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Again, it's Connor. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
From the 38, Darnold. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sideline, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Setting up the screen. This is Samuels. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Elsewhere, a 3rd quarter score, and the Falcons have added to their lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. This quarterback now just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10. A give running right is Connor. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Rudolph. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 15 yards on the play, first down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you've got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Go now. 60 Pittsburgh. I'm coming after you. Watch it.
They'll run with Samuels. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Jalen Samuels, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And now the Steeler offense staying out there, and they'll go for 2.
Check it backer, check it backer.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Back to the air, Darnold on second down. That's complete to Sterling. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 37.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Darnold now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. And Darnold, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Bud Dupree able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Devin Bush. The offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. And here we go on fourth. Darnold, and they're going to try the screen. It's complete. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. Adam Gase rolls the dice. It doesn't pan out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
Try to do better. Come on.
On first down, Connor. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I got it. Check 13. Check 13. I'll go. Now.
Again, a run with Connor. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, here's Rudolph. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
You can't block me.
Red 80. Red 80. Under 10. Under 10. 10.
On first down, it's Darnold. And he'll find Hall. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Darnold. And now here's another interception. Sean Davis with a pick. He couldn't hook up with a Nunwa that time. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
The tackle there by Brian Poole.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll try and run forward with Connor. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy who can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close.